This gentleman that we've got here is responsible for signing some of the biggest names that have ever played for Arsenal. Jerome Anderson is in the building.
Did you feel a change between Arsenal and Wenger?
This is about a man that literally gave his life to Arsenal Football Club. He was always incredibly loyal to his players and to the board.
Was he too loyal?
Charlie introduced me to a 15-year-old David Rodrygo.
Oh, wow.
He brought him into my office one day and he went, listen, I want you to look after him like a dad. Sorry, every time I speak about David, I find it, even to this day, very, very difficult. I personally take my hat off to the manager and the players. The players needed help in January, not just the fans. I don't know if that story's ever come out.
AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date. Your players will be linked with a transfer move for Arsenal.
Welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Don't forget that A-List is out on Sunday. Don't miss that. Brilliant. If you want to know about football agents and how transfers are done, etc., you do not want to miss that video, right? Out on Sunday. The transfer window closes today. Yes. Only just opened on the 1st of June. Closes today at 7 p.m, then reopens on the 16th of June. This ridiculous transfer window that we got this year, the reason it is only open for this short period of time, it was opened early to allow teams that in the Club World Cup, teams like Chelsea and Manchester City, to get players in before that competition, and you've seen both of them active. Liam Delap's gone to Chelsea. Manchester City have been doing various deals. I think they did 8 Nouri yesterday. You got Cherki coming in. So those teams have been very, very active. Real Madrid got in Trent Alexander-Arnold. Window now closes until the 16th. The competition starts on the 15th of June. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, what's the point in it just shutting for this little short period, which is exactly what I was thinking. The reason why it is because the transfer window can only be open for 16 weeks in a calendar year. So this is according to FIFA rules. It's their competition, this Club World Cup. So they've basically adjusted the rules to suit their competition. But that is why it's shutting for this ridiculous amount of time, then opening back up again. Really, really weird for me. But that's the reason why. Now, Arsenal, are they going to get the Zubimendi deal done before 7 p.m. today? I doubt it. This deal, is it under serious threat? Right? We spoke about this yesterday. Remember, I ran a poll on it. Do you think we'll get the Zubimendi deal done? 61% of you said no. You don't think we'll get it done. You haven't got a lot of faith in this deal getting done. And then you see today on the front page of Marca, which is a Spanish sports publication, the headline reads, Zubimendi listens to Real Madrid. Front page, right? With a big picture of him on it as well. Zubimendi listens to Real Madrid. Real Madrid apparently have put in a phone call to him. They are attempting the hijack. They are trying to get this deal done. But Arsenal still confident that the deal is going to get done and this will get over the line. I was looking at some tweets, this one from David Ornstein of The Athletic. He said that Arsenal regard the Martin Zubimendi deal and move from Real Sociedad as done and signed. The 26-year-old midfielder expected to report at the start of pre-season with Arsenal. Real Madrid sources never actively pursued the situation. That's what he's saying. But as I said, front page of Marca today, Zubimendi listens to Real Madrid. We do know that Marca is a paper that is very, very closely affiliated to Real Madrid. So are they trying to destabilise well, listen, they are trying to destabilise this Zubimendi deal, because even Fabrizio Romano, he's the other one who said that as far as he knows, the deal has been done. What's going to happen with it? Will it get done? We're not going to find out probably for now either, because as I said, with this window being closed today at 7 p.m, this drama is going to continue. You know what, let's put a rumerator on it later on. Will Zubimendi be coming to Arsenal? Let me give my thoughts a little later on with a rumerator at the end of the show. Is there another deal under threat as well? Sesko. Couple of days ago, again, looking very likely that this is a deal that's going to get done. But could this be subject to a hijack as well? This time from Al Hilal over there in Saudi Arabia. Now, they've been trying to get Victor Osimhen from Napoli, but apparently that deal has, hit really, really choppy waters. Victor Osimhen reportedly wants to stay in Europe, doesn't want to go to Saudi. And there's a lot of reports out today, according to CBS Sports, predominantly, they're saying that if they can't get the deal done for Victor Osimhen, which is looking like they're not going to now, they're going to turn their attentions to Sesko. Should Arsenal be worried about this one? I mean, the Sesko one's still in negotiations and things like that. We know when it comes to transfer fees and wages, absolutely nobody can compete with those teams over there in Saudi Arabia. So it would come down, if they went in seriously, again, it will come down to the player and what he wants to do and where he wants to go. So it's going to be another one to watch. Still think Sesko would rather stay in Europe right now. He's still a very young player, but who knows? They're also linked with a move for Victor Gyokeres as well. They're in a hunt for a striker. As I said, they got the money. They're interested in Gyokeres as well. And it's very interesting that I was reading today that Victor Gyokeres apparently very, very angry at the moment with Sporting CP, his club. So he's removed all of his sort of information regarding Sporting from his Instagram profile. The reason why he's so unhappy with Sporting at the moment is that he feels that they've gone back on an agreement that they had to let him leave the club for around about 60 million euros plus 10 million in add-ons. They're now demanding 80 million euros plus. And he's very unhappy about that. Remember, he didn't go in January when a lot of clubs were getting linked with him. He stayed, including Arsenal. And now it looks like they've gone back on an agreement and they want more money for him. And obviously, this is causing a problem for him. Could this be the reason why Arsenal have opted to go for Gyokeres? Even though, if that's the sort of money they're looking for him, it's more or less the same sort of money as Sesko. Big difference being he's 27, Sesko's 22. So the ceiling for him to grow is, in terms of years, is higher. You keep the value. I mean, teams in general right now are going after much younger players. That is just the way of how the Premier League and clubs around Europe are operating right now. If they can get a younger player in, they're more prepared to pay a little bit more because they're going to of the longevity of the player. But he's said to be angry at the moment. Arsenal have, as we know, made inquiries about Gyokeres, but it's kind of gone cold recently. But let's see how that one develops out. Now, what about this one? Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United. Linked today with a move to Arsenal. Gimme Sport, amongst one of the publications, claiming that Arsenal are one of a few clubs interested in him, but they have made an inquiry as to the availability of Garnacho. Now, it does look like Garnacho will be leaving Manchester United this summer. He fell out, of course, with Ruben Amorim. He was very critical of the amount of game time that he got in the final against Spurs in the Europa League final. And he's definitely going to be on the move. Manchester United want to sell him as well. He's come through their academy, so it represents pure profit when they sell him. Valued anything from around about 40 to 50 million pounds. That's the sort of money they're going to be looking for him. A very, very talented player, if not always, consistent. But Arsenal reportedly made an inquiry. He can play on that left wing, also as an attacking midfielder. Is this a player that Arsenal might move for. Would you like to see Garnacho at Arsenal? I'd like to ask you. Would you like to see Alejandro Garnacho at Arsenal? Let's run a poll on it today. If you'd like to see Garnacho at Arsenal, you just say yes, Garnacho. If it's a no, no Garnacho. Let me know. We're going to run a poll on it today. But Garnacho being heavily linked with a move to Arsenal today. Even reports coming out of Argentina that, Arsenal have definitely made an inquiry about him. And as we said, we know we know that Arsenal are looking for a left winger. Could it be Garnacho? What about Rodrygo of Real Madrid? Continues to be linked with Arsenal today. The Athletic claiming that Arsenal have made an approach for him. And they also claim that, he's going to be speaking to Xavi Alonso this week. And he basically is going to be saying to Xavi Alonso, I want to stay, but I want to play on the left wing and I want game time, regular game time. The big problem for him is that on that left wing is one of the best players in the world right now, the top goal scorer as well in La Liga, and that is Kylian Mbappe, right? So he's not going to get a lot of game time if Mbappe's fit. I've said before in previous shows, it's a World Cup year. He's Brazilian, wants to get into that Brazil team. A move to Arsenal is not off the cards for sure. You know what I mean? You cannot discount this. Arsenal are interested in him. Mikel Arteta's a big admirer, does feel that he could make a big impact at Arsenal, but this is going to be definitely one to watch. That meeting this week with Real Madrid and Xavi Alonso is going to be critical for Rodrygo. Could it also be complicated by the fact that, like I said, they're interested in Zubimendi, trying to hijack it? Let's just say Zubimendi, definitely turns them down, says, no, I've got this deal done with Arsenal and goes. Does that complicate things? Does it then look bad that if Real Madrid was then to sell Rodrygo to Arsenal, their fans say, oh, well, listen, they've got Zubimendi, now they've taken Rodrygo off us, what are you doing? Could complicate it, but let's see how that one happens. But Arsenal holding a big interest in Rodrygo. This one is not just false rumours. Zinchenko, as we know, could be leaving Arsenal this summer transfer window. His contract's up in 2026. Didn't play a big part for Arsenal this year. And also with the emergence of Miles Lewis-Skelly, has moved even further down the pecking order. Of course, you've got Calafiori there as well. He's said to be wanted by AC Milan right now. They want to replace Theo Hernandez, who's leaving. That's according to Damasio, publication over there in Italy. So AC Milan said to be very interested in him. Also valuing him at around about £20 million. I think he will leave this summer. Could it be AC Milan? And Reis Nelson. What's going to happen with him? Now, he picked up, he's on loan out of Fulham last season. Did well. Was doing really, really well at Fulham. But then he picked up a bad injury and was out for the rest of the season. Has been, in rehabilitation. Gunner Blog claiming that Fulham want to bring him back next season. They want to bring him back. They want to sign him. He's only got 1 year left on his current Arsenal contract. Would make sense for Arsenal to sell him if they can, valued at around about £15 million. But I said only about 1 year left on his contract, could be even less. But Fulham showing a big interest in signing Reis Nelson, and he would have moved down the pecking order with the emergence of Ethan Nwaneri. So going to be interesting to see what happens with Reis Nelson this summer. Right, time to jump onto the rumour rater. We're going to do the rumour rater today for Martin Zubimendi. Will he be coming to Arsenal? Yep, I've gone for it. Hi, he's coming, right? Those could be those bad last words for me. He's coming. I think that deal's going to happen. They're going to put a lot of pressure, but I think it's going to happen. I still think that with Madrid, the way they're trying to do the deal, where it'd be like, offering players and stuff like that, I don't think Real Sociedad are going to want to do that deal. They're going to want the money. Arsenal are reportedly willing to pay pay more money than the £51 million release clause so that they can pay it in installments. Zubimendi's given his word, but he did give his word to Liverpool as well. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Well, listen, one thing for sure, we will find out. As I said, the transfer window closes tonight at 7 p.m, but we're still going to be here every single day of Transfer Daily because those rumours will still be here. There's still going to be things going on in the background. So don't go nowhere. We're here every single day. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, we've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to score thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, go to ukautoclaims.co.uk to start your free simple check. Loads of you will have overpaid and payouts could be worth thousands, so you've got to look into it. Hit up the link below and check now for free.